It's time to build my classic custom planner. I'm really excited for this new product that Happy Planner has launched where we can choose our cover, discs, layout, and add extensions. So there are 20 really beautiful covers here. I think that there's a style for everyone. For me, typically, I like something a little bit more neutral. I will say this pastel patchwork is absolutely stunning. I feel like there's just so many beautiful options here. Because I tend to go a little bit more neutral, I'm kind of looking at these, and I'm also Modern Midnight is really beautiful. I love that it's just this really strong black, but I also really like Shadow and Light. Be Present is something that I'm trying to really implement in my life this year, so I think we're going to go with the Shadow and Light. Now, the discs is something that I squealed over because we have black metal discs. They are back. I love black metal discs. I would only use black metal discs if I had the choice. And even though there's a little bit of an upcharge, $5.99 more for black metal discs, we're going with it. I have to go for black metal discs. So now it's time to choose my layout. We have 8 different layout options. You have vertical, and as you click on it, you'll be able to start to see the layout dropping down. Horizontal, this is the new horizontal layout, not this photo, but it's going to have the checklists on the right side. We also will have the dashboard, productivity layout, a color block layout, a monthly layout, an hourly layout, and a checklist layout. I am going to select the checklist layout because it's a layout that I'm really intrigued by lately and I want to incorporate in my planner. Now we have the opportunity to choose extension packs. This is a really cool option. So the options here are stress management, budget, meal planning, fitness, wellness, and an undated vertical and an undated dashboard. I'm going to add the budget, which you can kind of get an image here and see what that looks like. So we are going to add a budget, and then let's see what the fitness looks like. I think we're also going to add fitness. And I think I want to add meal planning as well. I love that these images show everything that's in there, 54 pages for recipes, grocery lists, weekly meal planning, and more. I feel like this is going to be a really good setup and kind of a Frankenplan situation for 2025. I'm going to accept the terms and conditions, noting that custom planners are final sale, and we are going to add it to my cart. Okay, fast forward a week actually, and my custom planner has arrived. I took off the shipping label. Now, let me talk about taking a week. First of all, anyone who has ordered from any planner company during, whoa, sorry, that's really shaky. During a big launch, especially one this big, it takes a little bit of time, right? They have to process it. This is a custom planner, so they don't just take something off a shelf and put it in a box and ship it out. There's that. That's number one. Number two, because it did ship the next day. The second thing, though, is that I live in New Jersey. I live on the opposite side of the country from California, and deliveries always take a bit of time to get to me. So if you live closer to California, you may get your product faster. Also, yesterday was Labor Day, so there was no shipping happening yesterday or no deliveries happening. I'm assuming I would have gotten it yesterday if not for Labor Day. So the first thing I noticed is that this box seems smaller than I would have expected. I feel like it's hard to show, but I realized that it's because the discs are not on the planner. Usually if the discs are on, we need another probably 3/4 of an inch. So let's talk about what's inside, and I'm really excited to open this. So we're gonna take this out and see kind of how it is packaged. I do want to note that the Buy More, Save More codes are still active through September 4th at 11:59 p.m. I'll have those links in the description, or the codes in the description of the video as well if you haven't shopped yet. So, oh my goodness, everything is banging. Our first thing I notice is the box says your custom planner is finally here. And it gives you a little bit of instruction on easy assembly. I don't know that I'm gonna need those instructions, but oh my gosh, there's a lot in here. Okay, so we have my cover and my dividers. We have my inserts and we have my planner, and we have this. I think that the last time custom planners came out, this was called a jig. So we are gonna build my planner. I'm really excited about this. Let's first put our jig here and we are going to open this. Now I did pick up black metal discs, classic sized. Actually, I don't remember if this came with, like if the custom planners had the option for expander discs or not. I'd have to double check. Whoops. Now, of course, when you buy discs, they're going to come with 11. I am using a classic size planner. I only need 9 discs. I don't need the 11, but we'll put the other 2 right in here so that I don't lose them. So you'll place the discs right there. Now, the next thing is going to be the cover. It's much easier to put everything else in the planner once the cover's in. So this was the cover that I selected, Be Present, and it has these pretty like brush strokes on it. I mentioned that present is something that I'm trying to focus on. I did a really good job Labor Day weekend. Should we do one of these at a time? Of being present, but where I had a hard time was that there were people's like text messages and stuff that I just wasn't answering. Like I sent a few texts this morning apologizing to not getting back to some friends sooner, but I also know that just because I get a text message doesn't mean I have to answer it in that exact moment. Okay, we've got our jig on. We've got our covers on. I'm gonna pop these out now because I don't think I really need this tool to continue. And then we are going to open this up. Okay, we've got it flat, we're good. Now the inserts and the dividers come separately because you may have chosen the same dividers that I did, but different inserts. So these are all going to be kind of like build it yourself separate items. So the first thing that we want to do is take out these opening pages up until the January currently page. And we're going to pop this in. Let's, flip over and add in our January divider. Now, one thing you may have noticed if you looked on the website is that these dividers are double-sided. This has been something that we have all been waiting for quite some time, and it's really exciting to see that they're double-sided. I also just love this like really simple January opening page. You can do with it whatever you want. You can keep it blank as is. If you don't want the double-sided divider, you can like tape this down if you don't want this extra page. But then we have our January monthly, and this is a dated planner. It starts in 2025. Technically, you start the week where January 1st hits, and I have the checklist layout here. So let's continue. February's divider, never forget your own worth. It's so pretty. And then we'll take out the February pages. And you're always going to go to the currently page. I feel like we should be doing it this way instead of flipping it over each time. I haven't put pages on discs like this in a while, put together a planner. This says hustle and heart will set you apart. This is pretty. And I'm just kind of showing you as I'm going through it. And then we're also going to look at the extra packs that I bought. I think what I might do is only put January through June on this. So then we have 6 months, and then add in the extension packs. We have April, push yourself, let your spirit soar, never quit. If you have any trouble pushing, like moving the pages across the discs, an old trick, I mean, this will settle in, but an old trick is rubbing the discs with wax paper, I believe. I feel like that's the old trick, but over time it does get easier to do. but metal discs are usually a little bit more challenging than plastic. This says, "It is up to you to see the beauty of everyday things." So we've got May and then June. And again, as a reminder, the Buy More, Save More codes are still happening. So if you haven't yet picked up a custom planner or items from fall launch, now is the time to do it before the codes go away. I will say for custom planners, codes, you can't use them. So this is something that cost, I believe it was a is it a $39.99 base price? I should confirm that. I was wrong. I had a feeling I was wrong. It's a $29.99 base price, and then add-ons make it more. So this was $29.99. The metal discs were an upgraded charge, and the extension packs I got were also an updated charge. So this is what 6 months on the planner looks like. Again, this happens with all new planners and metal discs. So we have really half the planner. I mean, this almost looks like a notebook. So let's look at the 3 packs that I bought and how these will work with us. So I bought meal planning, fitness, and budget. And the first thing that I'll notice I'll point out that I love is that this has a tab on it. So once I put it in my planner, I could put it in the beginning or at the end or somewhere in the middle, but I'll have a tab to be able to really see what's here. So there's so many things on my desk. I need an assistant. Okay, so we're going to pop in our meal planning insert, and the other side of it, just packaging. The other side of it just has these cute little meals. And then you have some stickers here because this is an undated pack of inserts, and this is 6 months. I did see some questions about whether you could buy 12 months because on the website it doesn't have that quantity selector. And I did ask Happy Planner, so it's something that they're looking into, but right now you can buy 6 months. So it'll be the month of, and then you have the month opening, which is why you have these dated stickers because this is undated. Then we have recipes and ingredients, grocery lists. Then you have your meal plan. So this is like a weekly layout where you'll put the dates up top. You can use these bigger stickers for it. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and ingredients to prep, and even a little sidebar. And then that is monthly. I don't know that we've seen this layout before. I really like it. And what's cool is that and then the back. Recipes to try, mealtime, recipe name, important, and then lists down here. So you're going to get 6 months of this. And what I like about it is that it's only a few pages and it doesn't feel super like cumbersome. Like it doesn't feel like it's going to be that overwhelming to use, even though it's an additional layout in your planner. You know what I mean? Like sometimes if you have a regular weekly vertical layout, or in this case, a checklist layout, and then you have a dashboard layout. Like sometimes Franken planning can be a little bit overwhelming because there's so many pages to fill out. That's when I tend to get overwhelmed with a Franken planner, but this just feels like pretty mellow, especially because you can just take these out and there aren't dividers or anything. You can take them out after the meal, like after the month is over. The other thought here is that in this page, like as you're going through the month, you can write down some of your favorite meals. This is really good for me because I am cooking more, and I did cancel my HelloFresh subscription because I felt like I became a really good cook from HelloFresh and I didn't necessarily need like their recipe ideas anymore. I could sort of come up with my own based on things that I had tried from them. So that is meal planning. Next up, we have budget. There were a lot of inserts available. I just haven't looked at it since last week, and these were the 3 that I chose. So now we have our budget. We also have a top tab. This tab is also the same height, like positioning as this. You have the same 2 stickers for dates. And then we have the month of, the opening monthly pages. We have a budget page, so for the month of and being able to create your budget. Then savings tracker, accounts and debts. I think that's just a little print issue. I didn't know if challenge was spelled wrong, but I think that there's just a little bit of like white over that. So I would just kind of go like that. No spend challenge. And then you have weekly expenses. So you'd write down the week of, the date, expense and description, amount, whether it was a need or a want. Another thing, if you're not really a need or want tracker, one of the ways that I used to use this in my budgeting is I would put correction tape over these, and one would be category. So like if I spent on, what did I buy recently? I bought a new ceiling fan for my bedroom. If I wrote ceiling fan, Home Depot, instead of need, I would write category, and that's my home savings fund, like things that I spend money on for my house. And then instead of a want, I would do my payment method, whether it was one credit card or another, whether I use cash, if you're shopping online, maybe PayPal, or if you use like Klarna or Affirm, one of those Afterpay type of things. And then you have a notes page. Then you have another whole page with lined paper. Check it off, don't forget. And then unexpected spends, important, and take notes. So a lot of monthly like mapping out pages for a budget. So we are going to put 3 of these in here. Now, of course, you have to kind of play around and see what's going to fit best. If you want to put all 12 months that came in the custom planner on your planner and you want to put extension packs, you're going to need expander discs. It's just not going to work with classic discs. It might work at first, but the more you like sticker and kind of fill up the planner, the kind of tighter that's going to be. So we'll pop these in. It was really fun to go through and build this planner. I know that the first part of the video where I showed you what I was selecting was pretty quick, but that's because as soon as I looked, I knew what I wanted. Like, I'm a pretty quick decision maker and I knew what would work for me. Okay, now we have fitness, which I'm really excited about because I'm trying to do more fitness tracking. I will note, if you watched my September goals video and I was so excited about getting on track with my Peloton, I have a problem. I hurt my foot. I'm not going to be able to use my Peloton for probably a week. So it's a good thing this starts in January. We have month of, and I would assume we will have the monthly pages. Then we have fitness tracking. So this is Happy Planner's classic fitness layout. So again, undated. You have today, focus, food log, and exercise. What's really nice about this being undated is like I could pop this into my planner right now if I need a better way to track my fitness. You don't have to wait until January. Then we have the currently page, which is priorities, progress notes, how I'm strengthening my mind, how I'm strengthening my body, and what I'm loving about myself. And it's 6 months of this. So we're going to grab 3 of them. And then we'll see, because technically this will have 6 months of the planning pages. And then I say 3 months, 9 months. So this is going to be 15 months on this planner. Is that the right math? 6 months of planning pages. This is when I say I'm not good at math. 3 months, yes, because we have 6 months of planning pages, 3 months of meal planning, that brings us to 12, 3 months of budget, that brings us to 9, 12, 15. Yep, okay. I have a budget video coming up in a few days, and one of the things that I talk about is that I'm great at budgeting, I'm bad at math. I mean, obviously being able to say 6 months and then 9 months makes sense for 15, but because we don't talk in planner land about 15-month increments, right? We talk about 12-month planners or 18-month planners. It didn't sound right to me that 15 was an appropriate number. So, okay, my planner is full. I can get more on this, I don't know that I would want to, because again, as you start to fill this out and put stickers in it, it's going to get thicker. That's part of why I only keep a few months of my planner the discs at a time, because I don't like when it's too thick and I want the space to be able to kind of move things around. So this is my custom planner. I picked it out. We've got the cover that I chose, the discs that I chose, the layout that I chose, which was the checklist layout, because as I look to simplify things next year, I think a checklist layout is really great because every day has built-in check boxes for me. And then after, of course, we have 12 months, but this is only 6 in here. Then we have my inserts. So meal planning, budget, and fitness. I think that there were also extension packs like productivity, which had an hourly layout. I'm trying to think of the other ones that were in there, but I chose what I felt like was going to work the best for me. This is the beauty of a disc-bound system, right? It's customizable, it's configurable. There are so many different things that you can do with this. And I'm really, really excited about the results of the planner that I chose. I want to show you the other dividers that were on here because I was showing you as I was opening these, but I didn't put these in. So July, all of your dreams are possible. August, good things are coming. September, spread more joy. October, chase after your dreams. November, you are so rare. And December, embrace today, do all things with love, and go all in. It's a really great quote for December. So that's my custom planner. I will link everything that I use, which is really just the custom planner, in the description of the video. Again, you cannot use rewards or discount codes on this custom planner. But if you are still shopping the buy more, save, if you are still shopping, you can use buy more, save more on other products. So hopefully you enjoyed. Let me know if you picked out a custom planner, which products you chose. I can't wait to see everyone building these. I'm so excited about this new release and this new product. Thank you so much for watching and for your support, and I'll see you next time.